Hey everyone, it's Kevin, and today I'm really excited because I've got a Highlander Neo-1, and I'm also going to be able to give it away to one of my subscribers. So I'll give you information on that in a minute, and I'll also talk about the Neo-1 as well. But I'm really excited because I want to announce that tomorrow, Thursday, I will finally be able to meet my newborn son, Logan. It's been a long pregnancy. Both his mother and I quit smoking because of complications that were caused due to cigarettes. I am proud to say that Liz has quit smoking, and she's, I think, close to 3 weeks, free of cigarettes too. But she did cut down a lot prior to that. It's been a rough one, okay? But cannot wait. Unfortunately, he will be coming via C-section, but it's because he's giant. He's just giant, or at least that's what they say to us. So in his honor, I guess I'll be able to do my first giveaway here for the Neo-1. And I don't want to waste any time. I want to get into it, okay? The Neo-1 by Highlander. Just so you know, you probably haven't heard of it if you're from the US or from Europe, right? The Neo-1, on the back here it says, is a product based on a joint collaboration between Malaysia and China. And it's manufactured by one of the most experienced companies in China. Quality comes first, satisfaction guaranteed. Now, with that said, I was recommended to try this device, and also the Worthy Guard, I believe, is another one, but I haven't heard anything back from them. It's called the Neo-1, and it is a direct competitor to the vamped Aladdin Pro. Both of these devices are readily available and also extremely popular in Malaysia. Right? Like, I really have very little to say that's bad about either of these devices, okay? In fact, there are some elements here that I like about the Neo-1 better than the Aladdin Pro, and even better than the Koko Prime or the v-thru, right? I just wish we had them more readily available here in the US, because I think they're winners, right? But let me talk real quickly about the Neo-1, and then I'll get into probably what a lot of you guys are coming in here for, and that's information about the giveaway, right? When you purchase the Neo-1, you're going to get 2 pieces of literature in the box, all right? The first one is a warranty card. It says you got a 90-day warranty on the device. If you have any problems, fill it out, contact them, and they will replace it. You're going to need a proof of purchase. So if you win this device, I don't think that's a proof of purchase, but maybe you can send them a link to the to the video, and they'll hook you up. Also, you're going to get a user manual, and the user manual just details the fact that there's some indications in here. A red LED is going to indicate that you have low power, 1 to 20%. Blue LED, 21 to 50%. And then high power is going to be 51 to 100%. It does say here that they've got low power protection. So if the battery voltage is less than 3.4 volts, it's going to stop and it'll flash the LED, or the red LED indicator 5 times. It's also got short circuit protection and an atomizer connection indication, over voltage protection, all pretty much the standard kind of stuff, right? The other thing that it's just going to tell you is how to direct lung and mouth to lung vape this thing, all right? Also, you're going to get your device. It's going to come pre-installed with a 1 ohm pod. And then you're also going to get an extra pod which I believe is a 0.8 ohm pod. Okay, I didn't really notice too much of a difference between the two, if I'm completely honest. And you're gonna get a USB cord. The USB cord's actually a nicer one. I'm used to kind of getting some of these super cheap ones, but it's a flat cord and it's pretty long in terms of the cords that a lot of these manufacturers have been giving us lately in these devices. But it's a USB Type-C charging, so this device charges up in no time flat. Okay. The device itself, the Neo-1, 600 milliamp hour battery, an a smart adjustable voltage between 3.7 volts and 4.2 volts. The wattage pops in at 13 watts. Okay, and you got a 0.8 and a 1 ohm coil available with it in the pod. So it's an enclosed coil pod, but it is refillable. So it's still an open pod system. And to fill it up, you take this little stopper and you pull it down, put your bottle in here, squeeze it in, and there you go. I was actually told that you only have to wait 10 seconds for this to prime up. But in the manual, it says to wait 5 minutes. So I'm just going to say default wait 5 minutes, but there looks to be some kind of protection, at least from what I was told about this device, that's going to allow you to, essentially have this primed up pretty quickly. All right. So 1 ohm pod in here. The juice I've got, Chubby Bubble. It reminds, the perp, right? This stuff reminds me of old, bubblegum sticks with powder on them. Absolutely love it. It's an acquired taste. Liz hates it. But I absolutely love it. And I've just been on a kick with Chubby Perp lately. So let's see how this thing vapes. Ready? Going to place this device into, let's start with direct lung mode, meaning I'm going to take this rubber stopper, I'm going to point it towards the bottom of the letters, and now I've got a direct lung vape. There's nothing direct lung about that. That's actually a pretty solid, tight draw. It's an airy mouth to lung, very tightly restricted direct lung vape. Now to the mouth to lung. Here we go. That's good. That is good. Just making sure that I vaped that properly. Yeah. There's not too much of a difference between the two different adjustable airflows, but I noticed that in the Aladdin Pro as well. Yeah, that pod's a freaking winner. Let's put it up against the Aladdin Pro. Mouth to lung, Aladdin Pro. And Aladdin Pro, get going. More vapor production from the Aladdin. Comparable flavor. Neo-1 is pretty damn good though. All right, direct lung. Ooh, that's a hard comparison. The winner in flavor. I'm gonna say there's a slight edge with the Aladdin Pro, but when I'm talking about it, I'm talking slight edge with the Aladdin Pro. All right. I like the mouthpiece, the overall feel of the Neo-1 better. I like the draw, the airflow here with the Neo-1 better than the Aladdin Pro. Oh yeah, I mean that's a straight up like competition. I mean, the Aladdin Pro is known in Malaysia and everywhere else for being a fantastic like caliburn like device, and I mean, Neo-1 is giving them a run for their money. Really, really, really good vape. That's flavorful. Gonna move to the 0.8 ohm coil. I have a freebase. Trying to think of what it's called. I actually was asking Liz to try this one, to give her thoughts like with this, and she doesn't vape Nic Salt. I also asked her to compare the Aladdin Pro to the Neo with freebase. So I've got a freebase Aladdin Pro pod as well. You know, I don't know if I like it better, like because of the Nic Salt that I'm using, or whatever. But I do like I do personally like the Neo-1 better in terms of flavor here. And now I'm just going back to Nic Salt. Oh, hang on a minute. One thing that's a little bit irritating about both of these devices, guys, and it's something to just kind of think about. They both, like, you'll see them blink when you first like reinsert a pod. I'm the type of guy, like, I'll literally just, I don't know, it's like fidgeting. Maybe it's the ADHD or whatever, all right? But I fidget with my things. And these devices, neither of them seem to like it. They, you know, so like, it takes a minute for these things to get in. And I don't know if it's not a preheat. I don't think there's a preheat with it. But when I'm fidgeting with these, both of them kind of tend to take a minute to actually recognize the pod and be able to vape. Like this, you know, like, but the Aladdin Pro just did that a minute ago too. You know, it does mention in the instructions that you should press the button and then vape. So I don't know if there's maybe a point to that. Let's see. So I press the button for a second. And now it works. Yeah, I mean, that's a good vape. Let's put it up against the Koko Prime. Let's go 1 ohm coils. Mouth to lung. I mean, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it right, okay? Neo-1. Koko Prime. The big dog, right? it's a comparable vape, guys. I mean, the Koko Prime, I still prefer the prefer the draw and the taste to the Koko Prime to the Neo-1. So there's that. But it's a pretty close race. Let's try the v-thru versus Neo-1. Yeah. Again, I you know, like I think the v-thru and the Koko. I mean, I'm vaping the v-thru at 15 watts, and I'm also vaping the Koko at 15 watts. I think that that's ultimately why I'm gonna end up preferring these two devices. You know, they're not comparable in that sense. That extra 2 watts seems to give it a lot more kind of density to the vapor. So from in somebody that, well, I quit smoking 5 months, 1 week ago. But for somebody that still remembers cigarettes quite fondly, okay, I think that, you know, I would prefer to use these two devices to the Neo-1 because of the fact that that vapor is more dense, okay? Here I am coughing and hacking. That's not good for a vape reviewer, okay? We're trying to say that we're feeling healthy. Allergies have been terrible lately, but overall, I mean, this is a great device. I mean, it's a really great device. And Hi Linda, they're gonna give me some information as to how you guys, like my subscribers, can get these. You know, I think the initial price she was telling me was that the devices will be like 15 bucks, somewhere around there. And I will keep you guys updated on that, you know, like, so if you come back to the video, or when I do like a checkup on this as well, you know, I'll post information on that. The other thing you can do is follow me on Instagram, and I'll post all that information too. But yeah, guys, I mean, the Neo-1, it's a fantastic device. It charges quick. It's a nice form factor for just vaping and keeping it in your pocket and going on the go with it. A 3 milliliter juice capacity beats out the Koko Prime for sure. And as well as the Aladdin Pro, so that's pretty nice. I don't like big, huge, you know, juice capacities because I change flavors a lot. So 3 milliliters seems to be kind of that perfect thing. The other thing that it beats out the Aladdin Pro in is this little flap. This little flap's really pretty easy for me to get with the I'm sorry, with the Aladdin Pro. With the Aladdin Pro, it's a little harder for me to get. So also the fact that it's got 2 different pod options, 0.8 and 1 and the 1 ohm. The 1 ohm's definitely my favorite. Overall, guys, I mean, there's really not much bad to say about this. You know, the cons for the device would be that it's got a fire button. I totally hate fire buttons at this stage. Wish there was a way to lock that fire button so I could put this in my pocket and it could join my v-thru and my Koko and my reflex. Oh no, where's my reflex? Oh, there he is. But anyway, like you know, I love just putting these in my pocket, not having to worry about them leaking, not have to worry about them firing off on me. That's going to be the ultimate draw for these, and as well as like the extra 2 watts of power, I think make for a little bit of a tastier vape. But overall, I mean, the race is pretty tight. It's a pretty solid battle. The Neo-1, I think, edges out the Aladdin Pro A little bit, okay? Not by a lot. If you had either one of these devices, you'd be a happy camper, and you could probably continue your journey to quit smoking if that's the reason that you're vaping. And that should really be the only reason that you would vape. I don't like the whole idea of using nicotine for anything other than replacement, because it is an addictive chemical. And you know, I definitely wouldn't be doing this if I weren't addicted to nicotine, okay? Like, realistically. Okay, so with that said, the giveaway. I'm going to post... I can't do a giveaway on YouTube. It's just against policies. And the way that I'm going to handle this is I'm going to make a post on Instagram. I'm going to ask you guys to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to me here on YouTube. Right. I'm also going to ask that you guys are old enough to vape in your state, country, wherever. All right. Once I verify all of that information, that you subscribe to me here on YouTube, that you follow me on Instagram, and that you share my post. Okay. It could be sharing it in the story, sharing the actual post, whatever. Doesn't really matter. At that point, I'm just going to go through all of the people that qualified, and I will randomly pick one, okay? And that person that I pick, doesn't matter where you live, okay? I'm going to ask you for your information. I'm going to send you this unopened, beautiful blue Neo-1, okay? Simple as that. The more people I get, obviously, like, the better for the exposure in Neo-1 and for me as well. But I'm not going to ask you to necessarily tag any friends or anything like that to potentially win. And also, what I'm going to say is that I'm planning on sending this anywhere in the world, okay? But I don't necessarily have like $50 to go send this like express DHL to, you know, to Australia or somewhere, you know, that's going to be remote. Okay. So I'm not going to necessarily ask you guys for money or anything like that, but if you get the device, it may take a little while to get there. Here in the US, I'll send it priority, you know, like send it as quickly as I possibly can, but I don't get paid to do any of this. This wasn't a paid promotion. There's no affiliate link or anything like that I don't have any of those on my channels at all, okay? So it's literally gonna be my little Christmas present to whoever wins this, okay? And I think what I'm gonna initially do is set the giveaway to be for 10 days, okay? So it'll be 10 days, and then that'll actually work out to be pretty decently for Christmas, okay? And I will send it out to the winner, all right? So please like and subscribe to this video. Please go check out my Instagram. It's The Awesome Professor at Instagram. And yeah, I mean, continue on your journey. If you've recently quit smoking, check these devices out, okay? I'm going to give you more information from Hylinda as soon as I get it. And I look forward to posting a video very soon announcing the winner of my first giveaway. So this is a winner. You will be happy. You will be happy if you win this, okay? Also, something to announce is that I've got a Crown 5 coming from SourceMore, as well as a UL tripod. So those are going to be some videos that I'll be getting in. I am going to be at the hospital with my new son starting tomorrow into Friday and possibly Saturday, okay? So I won't be updating any, you know, I won't be able to get the Crown reviewed prior to that. It hasn't gotten here. Same thing with the tripod. I also won on Instagram a giveaway from eFog for their new devices. It's Falcon Tech. They're known for their freaking Falcon tank, which is one of the best tanks out there, right? In terms of flavor producing. So really excited about that. Please, guys, sign up for the giveaway. I would love to have a decent amount of people with it, but your chances of winning this are going to be way better anyway, like with me, because I have 300 subscribers rather than, 5,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or whatever. So give it a shot. It's going to take a couple minutes out of your life, and you could get this impossibly hard to find, especially if you live here in the US, device, the Neo-1, and it is great. All right, guys. With that said, thank you, and I'll see you soon.